Wednesday, so you know the deal. It's time for Those Casual Reds with Casey Gale on LA Talk Radio.
Yes, yes, yes. Man, hey, we're back. We've been 2 weeks away from Those Casual Reds show. First of all, we brought to you by BMS, Baloran, Manukian, and Shagidian. Personal injury, full service law firm. They treat you like a family. They fight for you. You get your own investigators. You get your own everything. They treat you like royalty. They're not the biggest law firm in the world, but they big enough to beat the state, beat the country, get laws changed, and they will fight for you. You call them at 747-444-4444. Once again, it's called BMS, Baloran, Manukian, and Shagidian, with one of the highest success rates I've ever heard. If they don't win, if they don't get paid, they've taken care of a lot of my family. I love them. BMS, and shout out to them having me at their Christmas party. That was dope. I had a great time. Gave me my own bottle of Glenlivet. Know how to treat a brother right. But anyway, here we are. This is the 1878 United Fan Zone channel. This is Those Casual Reds. I got a great group tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of things. Mena on the move. Rashford. AC Milan talks. Rashford has options. Casemiro possibly to Saudi Arabia. And we got Arsenal this weekend. But first, let me introduce my panel. Let's start with the gentleman over here. That's up. What's going on, Big Mikey?
What's up, man? I was looking back at. I asked Sam to send me our shows from when we first started doing the shows on LA Talk Radio, and we started in February of last year. And the first show ever was with me, you, and Jeremy. And you were telling a story about how you got drunk on a golf course.
Oh my God!
So anybody on February 20th, you can go on LA Talk Radio and you can listen to Casey fight with the golf course and pass it out at the 13th hole.
Oh my Lord! That was the Tiger Woods tournament. Yeah. First of all, tournaments are not what you think they are. It's a good sleeping aid. Trust me on that. It's just a fraternity party anyway. But anyway, got my guy under Mikey, pause, Sean out of Pittsburgh. How we doing, Sean out of PA?
I'm doing great, man. Especially with that Arsenal loss today.
Yeah.
I like, just real quick, I know it's a United show. I just want to bring this up. It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Arteta blamed the ball because it's different than the Premier League ball for their loss tonight. Incredible.
Is it the same ball?
Apparently it moved different and it gets kicked harder. I was looking. I watched a video earlier of him doing an interview, him blaming the ball. It was hilarious. I was like, it's incredible.
You know, if that was a United boss who said that, it would be shows all about it tomorrow. It'd be shows. Yeah. It would be Twitter would go nuts. But you know, that's when you have the biggest club in the world. People want to know. And the guy underneath me, pause again, Germ, representing SoCal.
Yo, what's up, Casey? Yeah, I'm over here, happy, excited about today's show, especially after listening to y'all's show yesterday, Sean and Mikey. I'm excited about today. Despite the high winds out here, my power might go off at any moment, but I'm out here to talk United, man.
Yeah, that's facts about the power goes out everywhere. But anyway, gentlemen, we're coming off the heels of the Liverpool deuce. Everybody's in good spirits. We all liked what we saw. It was a team performance. It was a unified performance. They were organized. They were calm. They, they shut down Luis Diaz. So I got to go to work and get in all the Colombians' faces. That felt good. And we had a moment where, De Ligt, you can't blame him, but things happen. But all in all, it was a great team performance. I heard Mikey said that this is probably the first match in a while where you say everybody got a 6. I don't know if it was Mikey or Sean who said that.
Mikey said that. Yeah.
Mikey said that, and it's true. They have shown what they can do. And that's one thing I liked about our coach after the match. He said he was upset, not with this performance, with the previous performances, because they don't show that effort. They don't show that what they did against Liverpool, and they have it in them. So Jeremy, we'll start
Real,
with you.
real
Go
quick
ahead.
before you start, if you're watching on YouTube and you're able to turn your settings to 1080 HP, we got that HD. 1080 HD for the best settings. Go ahead.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
This is the Cheese
Yo,
Man. Well, let's introduce Cheese on the
Island
west
time,
side.
jeez.
Close to all the
He
fires. How you
started the
doing,
fire.
Cheese?
He started the
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Chill. Too much. That's too much. Don't be blaming that on me, man. It's a lot
Celebrating
of
too hard,
properties
right?
going up.
More
We
fire.
good?
Yeah. How are you?
Mike is good.
You're
Everything
really
good.
looking like a Jamaican gangster right now with your hair. You know what I'm saying? Or a Jamaican dancehall dancer.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah, let's pass on that. That was wild. People are looking at me like that's wild. So we're about to talk about Liverpool. Jeremy's gonna start it off.
Let me start off. Let me
I'ma
start off
say-
by giving a big shout out to Harry Maguire. Yo, where he has come from, right from the depths of the, like from the hole to now. You see what he's doing? He's out there bossing around. Almost now, people are wanting him to be captain. I just want to say he put out a solid performance, especially setting the tone. Him and the lid, the way they did those 2 tackles on the dude from Colombia, they were just setting the tone.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. The way he was out there, he showed character. He's showing that mentality where he fell out of favor from the manager to now you see him starting in big games. Got to give that big shout out to Maguire, as well as Bruno Fernandes. Sometimes we've been questioning him on his leadership, on that captaincy that he has, but he was able to display that he was a great leader. He was able to find Licha. He was able to dribble past the press, find great passes, be smart on the ball, and be smart the way he's passing. Meno and Ugarte pairing right there. That's a pairing that we can see of the future. The way they're blending together. Meno being the one that can dribble up the field. Ugarte being that guy that can just crash into anybody, be box to box as well. But disrupt play. And Euro, you saw that tackle, dude, coming in. That young guy, you can just automatically see those flashes and the reason why we signed him. So those are the bright spots that I'm able to take out from this game. And especially just one more thing, the fact that guys didn't drop their heads after they scored on us and it was 1-1 and then 2-1, the mentality that they displayed. Other games, if we had Eric Ten Hag in here, we would have probably lost 3-1, 3-0, or 4-1. But this time they were able to show that gall, that mentality, that fight in them to want more. So that was the positive I'm able to take out from that game. Great game.
Yeah, you said a lot of good things there. I'm gonna stop giving Harry Maguire props like it's surprising. This is what Harry does. This is what Harry Maguire does. He was the first person to get his extension. Coach spoke highly of him last week. Said, "I need more guys like Harry. I need more leaders out there." You know, Harry, he is the symbol. He is the person when the player is struggling. Look what he does, and a lot of players can learn from Harry Maguire. So yeah, you're right. Salute to Harry Maguire. Cheese.
Yo, sir.
I know you went to the pub. I saw your video. What was the vibe? What'd you think? How do you feel about the game?
Man, overall team effort, like team cohesiveness and shape, beautiful. I hope to see more of that. I hope it's not a one-off game, basically. Like, I can't wait for the next game. I'm hoping to see us build from this performance, but obviously with the City game fresh in my mind, because we won that game and then didn't win the next couple games. So interested to see how we're moving on from that. But the overall, the team mentality, the team effort, like everyone was together. Like you saw like a newfound unity that I hadn't seen in other games. So I hope they hold on to that vibe and build off that. I want to see so much more of that. And hopefully the finishing will come, man, because we scored 2 goals in that game, which was, I didn't expect us to score at Anfield. I wasn't sure where the goals are coming from outside of Ahmad for sure, but very happy, man. It's been a good week. Everything is calm. It's nice to wake up on a Monday and your inbox is empty. That's a great feeling.
Sam, Ronaldo says he's backstage. I don't know if he has the wrong link. Okay,
No,
there
he-
you
Oh,
go.
there he
Oh,
is.
There you
bang,
go.
bang.
There you go. Wagwan Ballhead.
Welcome
Yes,
aboard.
bald head. We got Ronaldo in the house representing the South. Ronaldo, what's going on, brother? Speak to us. How you feeling? Real quick. Happy New Year to all y'all, by the way.
Happy New Year.
Your sound
Turn your music off.
sound like you're making a beat.
Yeah. Did you get the new equipment already?
It's, I can't hear nothing but noise in your background, man.
Yeah.
You want to go on to one of the other guys,
Yeah.
either Mikey or Sean, while he figures out the equipment?
Yeah, just mute yourself real quick.
All right, let's go to Mikey. Mikey, you know,
What's the question now?
just your game thoughts, who impressed.
Oh.
But I want to talk to you about Martinez. I personally wasn't going to start him in my lineup. I was really down on him.
Wasn't in mine.
Pause.
I dropped him.
Real quick,
oh.
I noticed on your guys' lineup, he was not an ideal candidate to be the starting lineup left center back, right? Just to point that out.
I mean, yeah, he had a bad. He hasn't been
Rotated
great.
him. I rotated him. Not gonna lie.
He hasn't been great, and that's fair to say. We all know it. But he played great this game. He played like the Leacher we have started to love in the beginning. The one that that started getting hurt. The one that we're like, oh my God, this guy is such a revelation for Man United. He went back to that. I hope that he could stay like that. And that's my biggest issue with the team. My biggest issue with the team is that we have these triumphant wins over big sides, right? Because we're such a waste man side now, right? When we beat these bigger teams or these teams that's doing better than us, that we had no chance or no hope, right? We always look around like, oh, are we back? Have we turned the corner or whatever? That's all I want to see. So Martinez played great. I want him to carry that momentum into the next game. But I think he did a great job. Sorry for Delict. He had 2 errors that led to goals, but everybody goes down in front of Gakpo at that moment to slide into the bench. You couldn't help it. He tried his best there. I'm not mad. And I don't think that could be a handball either way. We were talking about it last night. That could have been a handball. They didn't even look at ours. That was the same way, the same exact thing. Michael Oliver special. So, you know what it is with Michael Oliver when I see him. And yeah,
Guy.
Yeah, shouts to none of that.
Oh yeah, my bad.
But yeah, shouts to the team, bro. It's and I like to see Amorim like he's mad like, yo, we could have won that game. Like, where's the passion any other time? Y'all want to turn up when it's Anfield, turn up when it's damn Selhurst Park, turn up when it's the Molyneux, turn up when it's, I don't know, Estadios, whatever. I don't know.
How you doing there, Ronaldo? You get it together?
Hell no.
You probably can't hear it.
He's working on it.
Yeah.
Mikey, I have a question on that.
Wagwan.
I know that we were all really glad to see Amorim fired up and mad at the fact that game, the way that they displayed, where they could have done that in previous games. So is that more so about them not having, maybe not the skill set, but being good enough to be able to show that day in and day out against other teams in the Prem and not just on the big teams like City or Liverpool?
I think he's mad because he knows that this team can do it. Sean has said it before. Sean believes that these guys are good enough to be better than the position they're in. I don't. I think that, but Amorim also believes the same thing. So Amorim's asking the question like, yo, where's this fight and passion all the time? Why do you do it at the Cop and not these smaller venues? Why you can't do it against Southampton? Why you can't do it against Crystal Palace? And I think that's a legitimate question. Because it's like, don't turn up because we want a response out of you. Turn up because you're wearing the badge. Turn up because you're paid a nice wage. Turn up because you're a professional footballer and you have
exactly
two sets of stones and a heart in your chest.
Yeah. Ronaldo, check in.
Do you think
or not?
Do you think there two things? One, getting used to the team. Like Martinez, I believe the situation with Martinez was, he's coming back from injury. There's a lot going on at Man United. A lot of pressure on him because he's the guy that everyone misses. But then you change the coach and you change a system that he's really not used to. He's used to a back four. So then he's got to get used to a back three. Now, I know professional. At the end of the day, he came out and admitted afterwards, like, hey, I wasn't good enough. And I said this to Mikey last night. Consistent teams play better. And that back line now has been, we've seen that 3-4 times now. So he's getting used to Maguire. He's getting used to, Mazraoui or Delo out on the left. So he's getting used to that team now. And I honestly believe that once Amorim figures out his number starting 11, this team will progress more because they'll get used to playing with each other in a new system that they're not used to. You know what I mean? Because if you keep swapping and changing the whole thing, you got a lot of players in there that don't necessarily take to the new system as quickly as the other ones.
Yeah.
And then it's all kind of a mismatch. So I think once he starts playing a consistent, I believe he has to start that 11 again on Sunday. Has to start that 11. Because then they're going to get more consistent. They're going to get more used to playing with each other. And they know where they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? So for me, that is the other thing. And then the other thing for me is how much shit they've had in the last few years with Ten Hag, and the media. And they've just been downbeat. So maybe now getting some confidence back in them from Amorim.
Does anybody want to put in there that maybe that this is the first week Amorim had time with the guys on the pitch where he actually got the time to work with them?
Yeah.
Because a lot of things they wanted to fix, they did a good job at it. Our set pieces were better.
Mm-hmm.
We're better in possession. So I think the extra time in the training pitch, Amorim really addressed a lot.
Listened to me by coming out and trying to catch the ball.
You know what? He did a good job too. He was coming out. So
real quick, I would just like to say, and I hope I can stand by this, and it stands up and it means something. Welcome back, Garnacho. Welcome back into the fold, Garnacho, because he came on. I thought he was brilliant. Obviously, got us the equalizing goal, set that up. Like, my guy, if you can do that and chip in your minutes and work your way back in the team, I'm all for it, man. I'm happy to see him back if Rashford is on the outs, because that man is out in the cold right now. So I was very happy to see Garnacho back in the swing of things and back contributing on the field. I thought that was huge for us at that point in the game as well. No Liverpool defender had anything for that man's legs. He was blowing by everybody. So more of that. Welcome back, Garnacho. I hope you keep training well, my G. We need everyone.
Facts.
Yeah,
he's not going to be a starter for a while.
Yeah, that's the hey. Yeah. As long as he's back in the fold and getting involved and creating goals like that, creating chances, getting in the box.
What were you going to say, Jeremy?
I said, I think that also speaks to the fact that we had that week to prepare. Garnacho sitting on the bench. I remember him telling him, sit down. You got to take a look at this game. Don't be so selfish. Maybe having to study more of the game instead of just being so physical about it. Be more, smart about decision making, not just going and being selfish, looking for your partners out there on the pitch. So the positive I'm taking out of that is, okay, maybe he's going to be a little bit more cerebral now out there in the pitch, and instead of just getting the ball and just trying to take a guy one-on-one and then losing it and being out of position, and people are getting us out on the counter. So that's a positive that I'm also speaking to, just like Cheese from Garnacho.
I mean, that's definitely, you want to see Garnacho bounce back like that. You want to see him accept the challenge from Amorim, and those are all good signs. Those are all good signs. Well, it's January. The window has opened. There's a lot of buzz going around with Manchester United Club right now about outs. Really a lot of outs that's all over the place. One person who is probably at the top of the list of getting out is Marcus Rashford.
Let's go AC Milan.
He did say he wanted a new challenge. He's obviously in Amarin's doghouse. He's not part of the squad. He has options, and like what Mikey said in a post today, people said that nobody's going to come for Marcus Rashford, but he has options. I've heard about AC Milan. I think Dortmund is trying to jump in
Plenty.
there and do something with a loan, but I don't think that benefits us really.
I
They
think
talked about.
Germany would be perfect for him. I think he
Do
would.
you? Go
I
ahead.
think he would. I think he would do well in a German side, and it doesn't have to be necessarily Bayern Munich. Um, I would like him at Dortmund. I think Dortmund has what he or like a Leverkusen. I think he'd do well in those types of those environments where you don't play the biggest teams every week. There's no top six, and the game is kind of suited to him for speed on the wings. I know Rashford probably doesn't have that first burst of speed that he had a couple of years ago. But I think he'll be Syria and Germany. I think will be perfect for him, and it has the right kind of stature and magnitude where he can still get to the Champions League and playing those. Because that's why he's not going to Saudi Arabia. He wants to play in the Champions League still, and that makes sense. All right, he could go there and be $35 million a year making baseball money. But, you can't play in the Champions League either. So I get it. But everybody was like, oh, nobody's in for him. So now, no. Yeah, people are in for him, bro. You'd be
My
crazy
problem
not
is getting him out on loan. I don't want him to go on loan.
Yeah, that's the
I don't
one
want
thing I
another.
don't like
I
about
don't want.
Dortmund.
Yeah, I don't want another Sancho issue. So if he goes out on loan and is terrible, then what? Then we got a huge problem trying to get rid of him in the summer. Because because then everyone sees like, oh, it's not Man United, it's Marcus Rashford. So that's my problem with that. I would take 40 million for him right now.
Nobody has an incentive to buy right now.
No, I get that.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
we
There's
also
no
have
reason
to
buy
kind
a
of
winger.
we as Man United also need to say, hey, look, we're really. I would hold out until the end of the transfer window if you're going to send him out alone. Wait to see if someone comes in and tries to buy him. I'd wait.
I mean, the things that AC Milan are saying, allegedly, they seem really interested in Marcus Rashford. They said that they're willing to allegedly pay his wages, and present him with a package. Do any of you guys see
He has
that
to
problem?
want to go there. That's the thing. And he's not going to play instantly because I don't think he's better than Leao or Pulisic that are set up there.
Wow.
Well,
I'm not saying he's not better
Pulisic?
like for like than Pulisic. What I'm saying is Pulisic is set up there.
Yeah.
Pulisic knows the system,
Right.
and he's gonna be better than a guy coming fresh off the street, having to learn how this coach plays, how they play in this kind of situation. It's gonna be a whole new thing for him. I think Pulisic coming in is better than he could be, for that team. So that has to be the ideal situation for him. It's a loan.
It needs to be a loan with obligation to buy, though.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It needs to be like we did with Sancho to Chelsea.
And who wants to do that?
Yeah, I mean,
the ball's not in our court.
Yeah, that's thank you. You beat me to it, Mikey.
Not in our court. We don't have the upper hand in this trade, in this negotiations here. You have to take a guy that has been, and this is what makes the media such a bad thing in this England place.
Mm-hmm.
The media slags him off every chance they get, rightfully so too. Like he's not without blame, but the media slags him off. The world sees it, and who's gonna take a risk on a guy that has a proposed attitude problem that wants to go off to go watch basketball games because that's such a
Chelsea
crime.
did
Stuff like that. Yeah, but was Sancho that bad? Because he's talking about how much he loves Chelsea and how they're treating him right. He had a beef with the coach.
Yeah,
who we sacked because we ended up having a beef with him.
Who else has a beef with the manager though? Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford has a beef with the manager though. That's all I'm getting at. It's just I don't know. It's just for me. I don't want him to go out on loan. We need the money. It's not going to help Man United. It's looking more and more likely that Casemiro is going to go for 20 million right now for Saudi. I know Ronaldo's trying to facilitate that. So okay, we get 20 million. What are we going to do with that? And it kind of leads me on to the point that we're seeing today about the news about selling Mainu and Garnacho. I'm going to tell you right now, if we have to sell Mainu and Garnacho, we are fucked. Fucked bigger, far bigger than we think we are.
And that's we'd be selling them because of fair play issues.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get the most money from them.
That and because it would be pure profit because they're two academy guys.
Right.
And their age, too, because of...
Oof.
But is this what we brought Serge in for?
Because if you're selling those two guys, you would be bringing in guys that are going to demand higher wages.
So yeah, like selling Anthony is crazy. We won't make much money off that. We won't make any money off Anthony. But
he doesn't want to leave. He's going to play out his contract here. He doesn't want to leave.
I mean,
Anthony doesn't want to leave. He's had several offers to go other places, like lower leagues, and he's not taking it. He's always saying, "Hey, I want to fight for my place here," which rightfully so. You should want to fight for your place here. He's not getting shut out either. He's getting chances. So, I don't know. I just don't feel like Anthony's leaving for Pre, says Beto. I mean, yeah, he's going to play his contract out. First off, who leaves money? Who wants to leave all that money on the table?
Yeah.
And then Kobe's looking at it like it's really a contract stall because Kobe's looking at it like, yo, you're giving all these waste man this kind of money, and I'm supposed to be the golden child. And now y'all talking about dropping me. I'm droppable and I'm all this other stuff when I should be getting 120 at least here. Even though I got 2 years left on the deal, I should be getting at least 120 a week.
Do you think he's worth 120 right now, though?
That's not a lot of money in today's time.
What it is when you're trying to bring the wage bill down.
No, I'm saying in general. In general, it's a lot of money for Man United, but 120 for him is that's not a lot of money. He deserves that.
I mean, Lenny's on 115.
And played a handful of games in a different league, which we don't rate. We don't rate that league he came from whatsoever, and walked in getting 115.
Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
No, it's concerning to me that how much that's coming out. That if we're even considering selling those two, we are more fucked than we can ever imagine. I never thought the amount of money that we accumulated from winning in the 90s and 2000s that we would be in a position where we have to sell. Like, this is Everton. This is literally Everton right now. What me and Mikey talked about last night. What did Everton have to do? Why are Everton in a position now? It's not Sean Dyche because they had to sell off all their players. This is exactly what we are right now. We're Everton.
I mean,
and the football just as bad.
This is just accumulation of everything that's happened. I mean, we're cutting 40,000 here, 20,000 here of other shit. They're looking at like right now.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I know we all look at it, and trust me, I know it. I think it's bad too. But do you think they're hiding how bad it is, and that's why they're cutting such shit?
Oh, no. I mean, we've seen the financial statements.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm wondering if it's worse than we think. Like, because... I'm not trying to say, hey, they had to do what they had to do. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at this and the fact that we're thinking about selling at least one of the biggest stars that we have, potential superstar in Mainu. The guy played for England in the finals. So we're thinking about selling this guy because we can't afford him. Because we need to get past financial fair play. Are we in more trouble than the fans think?
Here's the thing. Back in the day, we were able to just throw money at people and get them to come, right? And pause. Or get them to, join our team. So we spent, 20 odd years of just going downhill.
Yeah.
Absorbative contracts, overspending on whatever bad deals, switching sponsors, all this other stuff going down, and then not maintaining our facilities. This is the culmination of all those things. So now we're at this point where the debt has gone to this crazy amount. Also, financial fair play has become a thing. That's a relatively new idea, right? The PSR and all that other stuff, that's all new. So,
but it won't be such a big problem if we weren't 1.5 billion in debt.
We have to problem. Right, and we have to pay attention to who we give these big contracts out to now. So now we're paying guys to not play, They're on our books on swollen wages. We can't offer big money to come to Man United no more. So yeah, now we're Everton. We're just Everton now. And I was just watching everybody say the same thing. It's like nobody wants to sell Kobbie Mainoo. 100%. Nobody.
He doesn't want to go too. I guarantee he doesn't want to go.
Nobody wants to sell him, but I'm sure Kobbie Mainoo's looking around like, yeah, y'all gotta pay me though, bro. This is all nice, but I need to be paid. It's not gonna work. How much is he on now? He's still on his rookie deal, right?
No, he just signed one last year. He got a pay raise last year. That's
his first real deal outside of the academy money.
Well, that's why he's still contracted with us for another 3 years. Well, 2, but we have an option for.
How much is that?
I think it's 85 a week. 85.
Yeah. See, you can't go in that locker room and look around at all these waste men.
Especially when you're looking at Anthony.
Yeah, you're like, yo, these guys on 200,000 a week. What's going on?
I mean, we still have him for what? 3 more?
It's a short
2
game,
with an extra one,
all it takes is 1 ACL, 1 MCL, one Achilles, 1 heart, and that you're done. You got to get everything you can.
I mean, I don't really realistically believe we would sell him, but saying that,
Beto, that's not true. Mano's not on 20K a week.
Saying that anybody can go, you're putting yourself out there, because what if Chelsea comes and says, we'll give him 70 mil, fuck that, right now? You're putting yourself in a bad situation, because now you're going to have to counter offer. And, you can't have yourself open like that. Do you think, Sean or Cheese, you think Amron was like, anybody can go?
No. Well, then again, after their
I think he's like that.
Maybe he is justified in saying that. He's like, yo, I can't trust these men. It's beer waste, man. Like everybody could go.
Yeah.
Because I would wonder if Amron would jump in there and be like, nah, this guy can't go. This definitely Kobbie can't go. Garnacho, I don't care. But I was just wondering, maybe you think they consulted the coach, or is this just all above his head?
That's a great question.
Oh, this is way above his head. Like, this is no Amram. I guarantee you, Amram's coming in there, sitting there and thinking about the financial situation now.
I'm thinking Amram doesn't want to hear this shit going on in the media. Like, if you're thinking about dealing Kobbie, keep that to yourself. That's such a bad move for it to even be out in the press.
Considering we fired 60% of our staff, where the hell are these leaks coming from?
This could be more agent driven too, though. Kobbie's people right now, they're kind of they got an advantage because the media has created this firestorm. I've heard so many Reds say today, if we get rid of Kobbie, I'm done. I'm not watching United no more.
Well, they could go on if you one man don't make the team. Like you saying that is some crazy shit. But Mano says, pay me penance for letting the 19-year-old self have to carry a team. They'll claim English bias if we sell Garnacho over Manu, but Manu's position is a premium in world football. There are many good wingers. That's a fact. Beto, Manu's on 20K a week. That's not true. And Beto, again, Garnacho's on 2.6 million a year. Now, I don't know if that's true either. Is that true? I don't know, man. Know. Beto, you gotta send me some links, man.
Beto be getting stuff from trainers. I don't even know how he do it sometimes. But
Telemundo and stuff.
Telemundo.
He had Telemundo as a source one day. I said, "Oh my god!"
Don't diss Telemundo now.
I'm not dissing Telemundo. I just didn't know they had football transfers.
Oh yeah.
No, he's right. No, according to the Guardian, Manu's contract that he signed in February 2023 is $20,000 a week.
Wow, 20. Oh yeah.
Beto. Okay. See, you cannot walk into Carrington making 20K a week and watching men that can't play a 5-yard pass and people calling you the chosen one.
Yeah.
And wearing your shirt and think that this is no. We need up the payments at least 90K a week. I think that's conservative.
I put him close to Euro.
90K is close.
Yeah, but then you got crazy reports coming out. Someone said people said they wanted 200. If those are the numbers we're talking about, we can't do it.
He's right on the Garnacho at 1-2. He's paid 2.6 million a year.
Salute Beto. Damn.
God damn it. Beto strikes again.
He does.
He said Telemundo is reliable. Hey, don't sleep on them. They got the Spanish version on the Prem too, man. So
I watch that. I watch that. Especially when they have that ex-Arsenal punt on. What's his name?
Oh my God.
Lee Dixon. When Lee Dixon is doing the English, put on Telemundo.
Well, are you talking about ESPN? ESPN is literally the worst soccer thing.
Yeah, but Telemundo's different though.
No, out here, I mean, well, you can see it on Peacock. You can choose either English or Spanish.
Spanish me every time.
Yeah.
I don't understand Spanish, and I'll put it on.
Yeah, but you can feel it.
Yeah, I feel it. I know.
Anything to listen to a drunk, habitual gambler, I'll do it.
Sometimes it sounds more exciting when they're dribbling up the pitch in Spanish. This is facts, man.
I'm not going to take advice from a guy that's a drunk habitual gambler that wasted all of his money and had to file for bankruptcy. So sorry.
Who did that?
Lee Dixon.
Oh yeah. Quick question. So we get some people out. What would you guys like to see come in, John?
Osimhen. I want to see Osimhen come in here, and then that left back from either AC Milan or the dude from Leverkusen, because they got that 3-back system. So the dude from Leverkusen, I would want to see him on the left back. Yep, him and Osimhen. For some reason, I would rather get Osimhen instead of Victor. Just seeing that big dude up there up front. He has an aerial attack game that none of our strikers have. If you really see, our center backs are more lethal with headers than our strikers, and that's alarming. And with Osimhen, you won't have that issue. He's good in the air. He's good at holding up play. He's good at pressing. He's pretty much a complete striker. So that's the guy that I would want to get, and one of the left backs either from Leverkusen or AC Milan.
Can I ask something before anyone else answers that? How the fuck are we supposed to sign Osimhen if we can't retain Mainu?
Boom.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if we
how the fuck are we supposed to sign anybody if we can't retain a 19-year-old kid?
And that's why we're not signing anybody in this window, guys.
He asked me who I would want in a perfect world.
No, I get you. I want him too, but I'm just like, who the fuck are we supposed to?
Yeah, I mean, what about Rashford?
I feel
what deal
going,
for Rashford?
Sean.
Yes, that's a good.
Sean
deal.
is terrified that we don't know something about our financials.
No, I don't know. There's something right there. If that story is true about Garnacho and Mainu, something is up in the background that we don't know about.
If we don't know about it, that means it's fraud going on, because you have to drop your financials every quarter. So if something's happening outside of those, it's a literal fraud is happening.
I mean, there's a lot of these companies doing that.
Oh yeah,
get away with it.
So. That's what it's called. It's called fraud.
What if
does anyone want to take a trip to Florida, to Tampa Bay, and just go just go on a rampage at Tampa Bay, like try and get the bases out here?
I've been in a meeting where we've talked about this trip. I'll talk to you off the show.
Probably the Glazers' house. That's what.
Right? Yeah, let's just go protest outside of their house.
I'd protest out the Glazer house. I think they're in Mar-a-Lago with Trump.
I mean, Sean, guys, I mean, you think about how bad we've been run. It's just unfair for a lot of people who are involved. Like Amron is tough. The Ineos people. I feel sorry for Ineos, to be honest with you. Well, they should have seen all this shit before they signed on the dotted line. Though,
they did, but I don't feel they did. I guarantee you they did. But I bet there was that I want to own Man United, that kind of excitement of getting deal, and I think I don't know.
I don't feel sorry.
They have financial people that like get paid money to do this kind of like investigatory, find out what's going on. They read the financial. I don't feel bad for them. I feel like they're getting what they asked for. Like, this is what it is. This is what it's like to own a football club, right? That's in trouble. Right, we're in trouble. I forgot who it was. I think it was the ex-owner of Aston Villa. One of them was like, "You want to know how you make money owning a football club? You don't.
Yeah.
Don't expect it. You don't expect it. So I don't know why people buy them, because they don't. But you see what the Glazers did. The Glazers just take the money out and they're just gonna sell it to the highest bidder when it's time. And Ineos was the fools to buy it or buy a percentage in.
Yeah.
You know, so
I just feel feel sorry in the sense that the Glazier's name has gone away. Like if you look online, you will find no Glazier blame here. It's all Ineos. It's all on Ineos.
I mean, well, Ineos they put themselves out there like that. Yeah, Ineos put themselves out there like that. They're saying they're the ones that are making the move now. So you mean if they're getting the blame, this is what they want. They want the good and the bad with it. They're getting a lot of bad right now.
But they only took over football and control.
Well, we feel you. We feel you. But you know,
but you can't. Yeah, and then like we're in 13th, so it's like people are gonna be mad when you come out and you say all of these things. We keep saying it. They made the promises, and now they've already fired the guy that they hired. They wanted so bad. They played around with the coach, not getting the guy. They brought in a coach too early. Now we're in 13th. Like it's so much stuff now, and I'm not blaming. I'm not.
Is that worse than what we had before, though?
So that's what you're gonna keep doing. You're gonna keep like, but what else? But what if this? But what if that? I'm naming all the things people are mad at. How often do we have to be mad at the Glazers? That we know we hate the Glazers, but it's Ineos is the one saying we're gonna do this, we're gonna change this, and nothing's changing, and people are rightfully mad at that.
I just see a company that owns 26% and
keep your 26% mouth shut.
Yeah,
all right,
but where's the money coming from the Glazers though? Why are they still not paying this bill?
Glazers are the ones that are winning.
13-year question.
They're the ones that are still fucking us in the ass and not getting slapped for it.
Nope. But they
Ineos is getting slapped for it. Like I do. There is a part of me that does feel sorry. Not a lot, but there is a part that does feel sorry that at the end of the day, they're the one pumping all the money into Man United. They don't even own it.
All right, let's jump into this Arsenal match real quick. Let's get this done real quick. Well, Arsenal lost today. We got them in the FA Cup this weekend. I know I said that I didn't care about the FA Cup anymore. I'd rather just focus on the Premier League. But seeing how Arsenal is playing this week, there's going to be a second game. We might be fresher. Full week of practice. How do you guys feel about this FA Cup? Is this something you want to see us win?
No.
Me, yes, because I'm English, so the FA Cup means a lot to me. So, yeah,
we won it last year. There's more games though we have to train for that. Don't care about this tournament no more. Like right now, we just won it. What did it do for us to win it again?
Save 10 Hog.
Let me pose a question then to you, Mikey, or you guys. Is it more realistic for us to win the FA Cup or the Euro?
I think we could win Europa.
I would rather focus on the Euro.
So Europa would more than likely get us Champions League.
Oh, it definitely will.
I mean, that would get us Champions League.
Yeah. I want to focus on both for the simple fact that I don't think we're going to get in Europe through the Premier League. And I think the FA Cup, if we don't win Europa, we still get into the a competition through the FA Cup. And you got to remember, there's not that many games left of the FA Cup. So this is the quarterfinals. So there's only 3 more games technically left. So it's not exactly going beyond belief of, that's going to add so many games to our schedule. So there's only 3 more games left. So 2 more if we win this semi-finals and then the final. So and like I said, I'm English. It's the oldest competition in the world. I grew up loving the competition, so it means a lot more to me than maybe you guys.
No, it means the same amount. It's just that I don't. What's winning it gonna do? Like we won it last year, and we're in 13.
Gives you this, and it gives you a European.
How much is it? Like $2 million?
Well, it's not that. I'm on about like if we don't make Europe, say we're done with the FA Cup.
Europa.
And we want to concentrate on Europa League, and we don't make the Europa. Win the Europa League. It's a lot of money lost by not getting into Europe. A lot of money because you're not just talking about getting in there. You're talking about TV rights from Europa League. It's a lot of money lost by not being in Europe next year, and it's money that we clearly need.
It's about standards too. At the end of the day,
standards
get in the habit of lifting trophies. Like get back in the habit of lifting trophies.
And let's not
Eric
forget how we all
Eric
felt
Ten
when we
built that
won.
habit, and look at him. He's out of here.
Is that?
Playing consistent
that
and
and
have
he's
a
outta
winner's
here.
mentality.
He did it in his first 2 years, and he's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah. But I
That
hear
FA
what
Cup
you're saying.
almost
Sean.
didn't save him. We were looking for a
Yeah.
new coach after,
Exactly.
right before he won it. We were looking for. We had so much disbelief that he would win it. They were flirting with other coaches, and then when everybody else said no, they were like, "All right, we'll give you another chance." And he happened to win it. He just so happened to win it. So that's
Get
what I'm like,
in the
I
habit.
want to win. I want to win a European title. Right? That's the closest thing outside the Champions League, right? Is the Europa. I would like to win that. That's the most money you're gonna get. You're gonna get more money at FA Cup. It's gonna put you in the Champions League, which I kind of don't even think we deserve to be in. I just want to be in it for the money part, you know. But I think Europa, we can focus on our position in the league now and salvage that. Focus more on that. Not play these last games. We don't have to worry. Didn't have to worry about Carabao Cup. We out of that. Don't have to worry about FA Cup. Be out of that. And let's focus on these two competitions. Just two competitions. It's a lot to focus on. Arsenal. Who else is in the FA Cup that's still big? Is Liverpool still in it?
I think
You
so,
have to
yeah.
play
I
them
think
again?
Arsenal are in it.
Yeah. You have to play them again. These are big games you got to train for. I'm good. I'm ready to just.
I hear you, Sean. I would like to think like that too. Don't put all your eggs in one basket just in Europa. Focus on FA Cup and Europa. But for me, with these players,
this is the third round.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought it was the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I don't know what was with
way
these
more
players.
games.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
don't end until June, right? June is when it ends. May.
You got third round, then you got the quarterfinal. No, fourth round, quarterfinals.
Fifth round.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm still going to sit here and say I want to win it. I don't care. I want to win that competition.
Well, knowing how the coach thinks, he wants consistency. He wants them to have developing winners and attitude. So it just something might just happen by default, you know.
Yeah.
So
and just let's not forget how we felt beating City in that final last year. Like we all weren't jumping around, winning it don't matter if it's the FA Cup. We were jumping around. We beat City. We all got drunk.
It was
That
great.
feeling of winning something, you know.
It was
Because
great.
we haven't won so long. Sorry, Mikey.
But
No, it was great. You're right. You're 100% right. I always want to win. I always want to win that FA Cup. But if you're asking me, what do you want to prioritize?
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, I'm not really in. Like, if we lose against Arsenal and we play like how we played on the weekend, I'm happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to better our position in the Premier League. Like, we cannot end the season in 13. No. Like, that's monumentally, historically gonna not look good on us. It can't happen that way, especially now that these guys have shown us they can go toe to toe with the best team in Europe and almost win. So that means you could go to Ipswich, you can go to Tottenham, you can go to all these places and do that same thing. That's what it's supposed to mean, and that's why Amorim is so mad. But yeah, 100%, Sean. I want to win it too.
Well, we got about a minute left. Anybody want to give scores for that? We'll say that for your show Thursday.
Yeah,
no, we could do it today while we're all on here.
All right, go ahead for FA Cup. I'm gonna go 3-2 United.
2-1
you getting
United.
those goals from?
2-1 United.
2-0 United.
Hey, I agree with Casey. 3-2 United.
I still think we're a little weak on the corners. They're really good on corners. I'm gonna go. I still think they'll score a goal. I think 2-1. I'm gonna go with Jeremy 2-1.
All right, sounds good.
No. I want to change it because we still have the competition going on. I'm gonna go with 2-0 United.
All right,
going with Mikey. All right.
They're weak. They're very hurt right now. Like Sean said last night.
Extremely weak.
Yeah.
Does anyone expect to win?
Beto said 3-1.
If we play anywhere close to how we played at the weekend, yes, I expect to win. It all depends if they turn up.
Yep.
That's it. If they turn up, you got to remember it's a big game.
Yep.
In their eyes,
it's a big game.
So we expect if they can turn up for Anfield, they should be able to turn up for this one.
I hate
Arsenal. Brings
Arsenal.
up a good point. He says that Arsenal still has more FA Cup titles, and he doesn't like that.
We'll get to that.
We got more league titles.
We reached the end of those.
They've never won the Champions League.
I want to thank this great panel of Stateside Reds: Mikey, Sean, Jeremy, Cheese, Ronaldo. In the comments, It's good spirits. Don't get rattled by the Kobbie news. I think it's all agent driven. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Tell us what we're all about. And have a good weekend. And Happy New Year's to everybody. Miss y'all. Up the fucking.
You are listening to Those Casual Reds with Casey Gale, Jeremy Sanchez, and Mikey Douglas. Only on LA Talk Radio.